And welcome to the Clemson post-game show. I'm the coach, Dick Cox, joined by my celebrity co-host with me today, Eric Boynton from the Spartanburg Herald Journal. Great defensive game today. We know Virginia plays good defense. Brad Brunell's teams are always sound on defense, though. Offense, you had to work for anything you got, though, but the Clemson Tigers were able to put together enough offense to get their first conference win of the year.
No doubt about it. I mean, both these teams like to slow it down a lot, really grind it out, play a very slow-paced game. I mean, almost every possession went down to the final 5 seconds of the shot clock, it seemed like. And, when you win a ball game only taking 13 shots in the second half, like Clemson did, making 10 of them, I mean, that just shows you the slow pace of the game, but that's the way Brad Brunell likes his teams to play it, and that's the work that was the perfect formula for the Tigers tonight.
I need to go back and check. I know in Spartanburg the banks close at 1 o'clock on Saturdays, though, but for today with Milton Jennings, the bank was open until about 3, that he was able to bank in 3-point shots today, finished with points. I'm looking right here, had a good 21 total points, had a double-double, though, but, big offensive output from him today I think was the difference in the game.
Yeah, and that's the intensity. I mean, and Jennings has had an up-and-down year, and he maybe hasn't taken shots, and the coaching staff got to him and Devin and said, you guys have got to take shots and be the focal point of our offense, and that really showed tonight. I mean, the rest of the squad only took 10 shots, whereas Milton took 13 and Devin took 10. The rest of the team only had 10 shots all combined. So that shows you that Milton was looking for his shot from the outside, like you said, was hitting some banked in a couple threes, and was also looking when drawing the defense out to get the ball into Devin, and he was doing a good job getting to the free throw line, 9 of 12. So, you got to see that from your two seniors, and that's going to be a formula for more offensive success, to see those guys, carry a lot more of the brunt offensively.
In a game like this where both teams are playing excellent defense, getting after it, physical and all, big key that jumps out to me was Clemson 19 out of 27 from the free throw line, Virginia 5 out of 8. When you get a chance to go to the line and knock those shots down without having somebody trying to cram it down your throat, then that makes a big difference in putting points up on the board.
Yeah, they were definitely more aggressive than Virginia. I mean, Devin Booker was really, I think, the only true post guy in the ball game with bulk and just wanting to get the ball in the paint and take it up strong. Virginia didn't really have anybody like that. The majority of their shots, Coach, were coming, as you know, from the outside. And so to see Devin, take it to the hole like that, the one bad negative with Devin today, he had a number of shots he probably should have finished if he had to do over again. He was 3 of 10 overall, and all but probably 2 of those were in the paint, and he got fouled on a bunch of them. But he did go to the line and shoot a good percentage. But again, with Devin playing that way in the post, he was really the only true post presence on the floor for either side tonight.
And when you stop and look right now, Clemson will have a chance when they go Tuesday, I think, play Wake Forest to even their conference record up. They played Florida State, who was a preseason top 3, top 4 team, lost a close game here, then have to play the number 1 team in the country in Cameron. That's a tough task for anybody, though. But got a big win today against a Virginia team that knocked North Carolina off last week, but a chance to get to 500 in their next game.
Yeah, it's all about getting some momentum going. I mean, to start off 0-2, and Coach Brunell made a point in there that when, sometimes teams could start tuning out a coach. So he really liked seeing Jennings be a much more, vocal leader out there today. And like you said, if they'd lost this one, go to 0-3, now you got a chance to get back to 500. You're at home. You got a little momentum off this game, winning it the way they did. Maybe a little bit more of the crowd will come out Tuesday night. And, boy, all of a sudden you get back to 500 in the ACC, which is having really a down year as far as basketball. They don't seem to be as strong top to bottom as they normally are. But they still have some of the cream of the crop with the North Carolina States and the Dukes, of course. But, Clemson's got a chance to maybe at least get their way into the middle of the pack and see if they can get these young guys to improve. There's only 2 seniors, and maybe they can become something as the stretch run begins prior to March.
And again, key thing right there, a team that's only got 2 seniors, the rest are freshmen and sophomores right there. I think this will be a competitive team. I think that Brad Brunell is a very underrated coach. I think he's a great coach defensively, does a lot of good things. But again, I think Clemson, people that come to Little John this year are going to get a chance to see them knock off some people, and I think they got a chance to finish in the upper echelon of the conference.
Yeah, anytime you can slow the ball game down like they can, play tough defense, it's not always the most exciting brand to watch if you're a fan. You want to put fannies in the seats so they're not running up and down scoring 90 points. But like you said, if you hold a team down, you can slow the pace down, and you've got such a young team, if these guys continue making strides forward and they can get Jennings and Booker to become way more involved in the offense like they were tonight, certainly with the way the league is, the parity in the league this year, they have a chance to maybe make a little bit of noise just as far as the league goes, and who knows, maybe sneak into the NCAA tournament or at least get an NIT bid, which would be nice for a team that only has 2 seniors and a couple of guys that are on the injury list.
Now, our viewers are going to be shocked to hear this, though, but being a former coach who had a team that finished in the top in the state 7 years in a row in three-point shooting, I love seeing a defensive-minded game like this today where both teams get after it, and I think that's going to be the key for Clemson. When you play good defense, great defense like they do, it's going to keep you in a lot of games this year.
It's more substance and style, definitely, with this Clemson team. And for true basketball fans, I mean, people that come and maybe see a few games a year, and everybody loves offense no matter the sport. But if you really appreciate good basketball, to come and watch this team just grind it out, the effort they give, what Burnell has them doing defensively, like you said, especially for someone with your basketball knowledge, it's fun to watch. I mean, they're just really giving a hard effort, and Brownell's doing a great job of playing the style they really need to play to be successful.
Well, again, great game today. Clemson comes up with a big win at home, beating Virginia today, though. My special thanks goes to Eric Boynton today for his expertise. Also, our special thanks goes to our cameraman today, Mark Hughes, though. You are watching the Clemson Tigers in the Den today report for ACC basketball. We'll be back with you next week with the Coach's Corner and with Bobcat basketball on Tuesday night. Until then, have a good week, everybody.